back to our conversation with Connecticut Democratic Congressman Jim Himes, who I think can be heard now. Congressman, I'm glad we got the link back up. For those viewers who lost you there, can you explain to us, the administration is arguing that what they did is legal, and that the snatch and grab operation of taking an indicted criminal, Nicolas Maduro, to the United States through military force has precedent. And they point back to what happened in the late 80s with Noriega in Panama. What's your challenge to that?
Yeah, well, first, it's clearly illegal under international law, right? No, full stop, UN Charter, no question there. Now, you may not care about international law, but if you don't care about international law, remember you're going to be making an appeal to international law to try to get restitution for the seizure of Chevron's oil stuff. So maybe you want to rethink how much disdain you show for international law. Clearly not legal under the Constitution, because though presidents of both parties have argued against this, the Constitution is really pretty clear that the representatives of the people get to be consulted and ultimately approve military activity. That has not happened here at all. And so, again, there's nothing legal about this. And more to the point, again, under the international law point, think of what Russia and China just learned. Russia and China just learned that all you need to do if you want to go into Estonia is to say that the leader of Estonia is a bad person. You don't even need to make a particularly good case. Look, there's no national security expert saying that Venezuela was a mortal threat to the United States 3 weeks ago. So what China and Russia just learned is that the beacon of liberty and rule of law in the world has now green-lighted snatch and grab operations in Estonia, in Taiwan, wherever Xi and Putin decide they want to go next.
So I take your point on the precedent there. Do you think that China or Russia would have the ability to carry out that kind of lightning operation the United States did?
Well, no, but that doesn't mean, well, China, yes. China, yes. China very soon, and, you know, their leader has said, we will develop this capability. We know that their intent is to do precisely this in Taiwan. Russia's a more complicated case. It's, you know, Russia loses 10,000 people to get, 3 acres of land in eastern Ukraine. But that may not be true 5 years from now. And by the way, back to the Noriega case, because you do ask a good question there. Panama is a terrible precedent. Why do I say that? Because when we went into Panama, the Panamanian Congress had declared war on the United States of America, right? They had killed a United States Marine and wounded 2 others, and the Congress had been consulted. The Congress in the Noriega mission had authorized regime change. So it's a terrible precedent that the administration is using to say that this is legal.
Yeah, as we understand it, because we looked this up, Noriega claimed head of state immunity, and the court said that that immunity was meant to protect official state functions and private profiting off the drug trade. Basically, the courts ruled on his actions as a leader and not on the legality of the snatch and grab operation itself. So we're going to continue to track all of this. Thank you, Congressman Himes. Thank you, Senator Van Hollen. We will be right back.